¿Estás nervioso que las autoridades en los Estados Unidos no van a permitirte a entrar al país? Are you nervous that the authorities are not going to allow you to enter the country?
Sí.
Yes, very much so. More than the nerves is the uncertainty of not knowing how long we will have to be here, especially for a baby. He's only a year and a half old, so yes, it's difficult.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Muchísimas gracias por tu
gracias a
tiempo.
ti.
Okay, suerte. So his story there, very similar to other stories that we have heard in this shelter. The shelter is called El Buen Pastor, the Good Shepherd shelter, and it is completely full at the moment. The majority of migrants here right now are actually Haitian, but as you just heard from our interview there, he is Venezuelan, there's people from Honduras here, and this shelter, which can hold 80 people, is now completely full. And we can show you some of them. I want to enter into one of the dormitories here, and just bear with us because it is a little dark as we transition from sunlight to darkness here. There's no lights in here, but you can see just how completely full this dormitory is. It is just bunk bed next to bunk bed next to bunk bed. There are dozens of people that are living in this facility, most of whom are spread out through the facility. They've asked us to respect people's privacy here, so that's why you're seeing empty beds, but there are people who are sharing bunk beds here. Now remember, Ciudad Juarez is one of the most dangerous cities in Mexico, and as a result, people that come into the shelter can't actually leave unless they have a good reason to do so. One of those legitimate reasons would have been to apply for asylum at the border, and many people were hoping here that with the expiration of Title 42, that they could have gone to the border to do that more easily. Of course, that didn't happen with the federal judge in Louisiana continuing to allow that policy to be in place, and that's been very disappointing for people here, many of whom would have gone to the border to try and apply for asylum. And we spoke to the director of this facility earlier today who told us that things can't continue like this. He's building another facility just across the street that he says can house more than double of what he can hold right now, and yet when that is finished in 2 months' time, he says he already knows that there won't be enough people, enough room rather, to handle all of the people that he says are still going to be in this area.